when you have done something in the past, but now you are not doing that thing, you have changed that job or that particular work, now you are doing something else. So in this kind of situations we speak this structure, I used to, then verb. For example, I used to, for example, in the past I studied at school, such school, any name. I I studied at an academy, for example, and I have done that. Now I do not go to that academy to learn, to study, or whatever. The time has passed. Now I am doing something else. For example, I am teaching in any other school or college or academy. So now if I want to tell you about my study, so I will use this structure like I used to study at that academy. I used to study in school. I used to study in school when I was 30 years old. I used to study at that academy when I was studying in ninth, for example. So we use I used to, USED, used to. I used to do something in the past. For example, I used to work at such and such factory, but now I am teaching in the school. I used to uh, I used to play cricket when I was child, but now I don't play cricket. I used to meet my friends when I was in my village, but now I am not in my village. I am out of city, so I don't meet my friends now. I used to visit my relatives when I was in village. Now I don't meet my relatives. I don't visit my relatives. For example, everybody has his own situations, conditions, so he can speak the sentences related to his life, related to his circumstances, related to his conditions. All right. So but the main thing I want to tell you is I used to. When you have done something in the past, now you are not doing that, but you need to speak something about that situation, a particular situation in the past, so we use used to. Okay, now used to, after that we speak the verb, but sometimes we use have in the place of verb. For example, you can see I have short hair, so I used to have long hair 2 years ago. 2 years ago I had long hair, so I will say I used to have long hair, now I have short hair. Okay, I used to have bike 1 year ago, but now I don't have bike. I used to have bike. I used to have a car, but now I do not have any car. So I used to have car in the past, maybe 1 year ago, 2 years ago, anytime. In the same way, we use be in the place of verb, be. For example, I used to be a student 5 years ago, but now I'm a teacher. So I used to be a student in the past. Now I'm not a student. For example, I'm a teacher. So I will say I used to be a student in the past 5 years ago. Now I am a teacher. I used to be the neighbor of my friend but now because I have changed my house, so I'm not his neighbor. So I used to be his neighbor. In the same way, as you speak I as a subject, you can speak other things as subject. For example, my friend, or my brother, my father, somebody used to be my friend. Aslam used to be my friend. Ali used to be my friend. And Ali used to be my neighbor. And be. The main thing is be. Okay? Somebody used to be something. Something used to be something. So we use used to for three things. First, with a verb. I used to work. I used to study. I used to teach. I used to learn. Verb, the main verb. Then number two thing, have. I used to have long hair. I used to have a car. I used to have a bike, like this. And three thing, be. I used to be a student. I used to be a neighbor. I used to be student, teacher. I used to be whatever. Okay, three things. Now the last thing is, we can speak the negative and questions as well with this structure. For example, I did not use to. I did not used to play cricket when I was child. I did not used to. When you speak this structure in negative sense, then you will not put d at the end of use. You will not say used, but you will say use, as you do in the past simple. So this is the past simple. You can say, I did not used to play cricket. I did not used to have long hair. I did not used to be a teacher 1 year ago. Okay. In the same way, you can make the questions when you ask somebody about it. Did you used to play cricket when you were a child? Did you used to study in that school? Did you used to work at that academy, at that factory, something? Did you used to have long hair? Did you used to have a bike 1 year ago? Did you used to be a student in the same school? Right? So in this way you can use this structure, use it in your conversation, in your speaking, in your talking, and enjoy more. Thanks for watching.